what y'all doing?
And
good morning. We are live. Welcome to Coffee and Conversations. My phone is about to die, so Kia's about to get a charger. I hope you guys are having an amazing morning. Good morning to you. The birds are chirping. Good morning to you. I hope you guys are settled in. If you are at work, I hope you're settled in. Yeah, that'll be. Yeah, that's fine. Good. We'll reach. For sure. Good. It's charging. So, of course, it'll take some time for you guys to come on because we are at our regular scheduled time, which is whatever time we get up to have coffee and conversations, honey. Now, I have been up early, but I was getting my life together.
Girl, you was having fun.
I was having fun, honey. I started to create from my new line because, as y'all can see, we got some cute red vinyl coming in. Isn't that cute?
Ain't that red popping, y'all?
So I'm trying to decide what I want to do with the For I Choose Me line. Henceforth, the whole conversation. What are you doing with your third quarter? So this is going to be for mine. So I'm not going to do too much because my dream is to do a spring collection 2024. So right now, I'm just getting rid of some of the old things that I have and have a couple of new things just to throw on some for everybody who don't want to be blinged out all the time. Like my daughter, my oldest daughter is always like, I don't really like bling so much. Like, she says I'm sparkly, right? That's you, boo.
I mean, but
so I'm listening to the demands, and so I'm doing both ties. Another one always be like, oh girl, I'll be wanting you to. She been trying to talk me into doing one color one since the beginning, since 2016 when I first branded I Choose Me, and I was like, okay, I am, but I wanted to get people acclimated with the teal and brown furs. So that when they saw it, they thought of me. So I gave it some time to be able to write the vision and make it plain. And now that we are on 7 years, it's time to. I think everybody knows what I Choose Me looks like at this point. Everybody knows that.
And if
I am
know,
the teal / turquoise queen. It represents everything that I believe in. I'm always holding. And it's so funny. I was reading something one time and it was saying the month that I was born in, they give you your life path number and all that. And the funniest thing is that it had that my colors that I should keep on me all the time was turquoise. Like a rock or a stone. So I was so fascinated by that. I think that's why I'm in tune or open to just so much information because it confirms, not denies. When I saw that confirmed, and I was like, oh, and I like teal. And then it was like 5 is and 5 is my life path, and that's God's grace. 7 is my number. And I'm in the year of the 7, so I'm in the year of my favorite number, the 7.
Everything you be coming to be right in tune.
Yeah, and I don't know it's in tune till after that. Like, it's like hindsight is 2020. I don't see it in the moment. I'm not that I'm not that conscious where in the moment I can see it unfolding. But when it's like moments happen and then when you go back and you look at it, it makes make sense. Like that. It's like, oh, that's why no wonder I was drawn to that. Oh, at one time I read a book and it was saying about, people don't do horoscopes and all that when they're spiritual, but I'm religious. And I think I was reading a horoscope book. And when I was little, I always would doodle and, doodle. And when you just get a pen and just write, you want to see the pen write smooth or you in your first day of class. And I would always write peace, love, and harmony.
Oh, wow.
That was the 3 things I always write on a new piece of paper. Oh, wow. Peace, love, and harmony. That was the 3 words I always write. And in high school, I was in my class, and one of my friends was reading a book. I was like, what is your sign, Precious? And so she was like, read your sign. And I started reading my sign, and it says, you will find that when you're at peace, you will have the the words peace, love, and harmony. And I was like, what? It just had that written. I'm like, of everything, why would it say peace, love, and harmony? So it definitely intrigued me.
Wow.
So like I said, when I see little stuff like numbers and what they mean and what they represent, and it makes sense to me in my spirit,
yeah,
I'm with it.
Yeah. That's why I said it just coincides.
Yeah.
It's like like a confirmation.
A confirmation,
like,
yeah.
Like some of the stuff that you be doing, name it to something, and it be
yes. Be tripping, right?
My goodness, that is crazy.
That's how I be like, God, you trying to talk to me today? God, you trying to send me some messages? You want me to know about me to the end?
Wholeheartedly,
it be real, like
on spot on.
Like his namesake.
Crazy.
Was it name tests? Are they in your business?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Are they God?
Crazy.
But I'm telling you, I gotta get my agave now here.
Yes, we gotta get
have
agave.
Definitely. So yeah, let me tell you.
It's crazy.
But today I just want to do, we're gonna do a nice little quick conversation. We'll give some guys some time to tune in because I know people gonna be like, girl, we didn't know y'all was coming in at 10:30. We didn't even know y'all was coming on. So
that's like I had them notifications on. Because you'll get a notification.
That's it.
Anytime.
If you're following Coffee and Conversations, if you're following Nakia, if you're following me, please be sure to put on your notifications because honestly, we don't even know.
Right.
But we do know we're going to have a conversation while we drink coffee in the morning.
Right. If Precious just came over here for coffee, we having coffee. So welcome to Coffee and Conversation.
Welcome to our business.
That part.
Our perspectives,
right?
The views on here belong to us. And if you would like to agree,
we can agree to disagree, or agree.
Right. If you like to agree or agree to disagree,
I just want to hear your perspective.
That part.
Come on, let's have some conversations about some stuff.
And today we wanted to talk about, where are you at right now for your fourth quarter? How's your third quarter going? I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. We are in August, right? And so we're in the third quarter right now.
July, August, September.
Mm-hmm. So we're dead in the middle of the third quarter. Because the 15th was just yesterday. Today is the 16th. Mm-hmm. Shout out to my bestie. Yesterday was my best friend's birthday.
Oh,
happy birthday, Mina.
What did Mina do?
Oh no, she was she was at home with Princess AJ, honey. Mm-hmm. Talking about why everybody keep on calling you. She was like, it's my birthday. She said, girl, she keep on saying, why everybody keep on calling you? Because it's my birthday. Oh,
I can't. Little AJ.
She's celebrating this weekend. It was my niece's birthday.
Girl, I was just thinking about that. What did Janine do for her birthday, child? I was like, God damn it, I forgot to tell Janine happy birthday. What did she do for her birthday?
She was in New York.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was in New York. Yeah. But I wasn't talking about Janine though. I was talking about Nova. Alima's daughter turned 1 yesterday. So her and Amina have the same birthday. And Terry, shout out to Terry. Terry turned 50 yesterday. Alima got a daughter and a son.
The baby is already 1?
Yes, the baby is 1 already.
Not the little boy. The baby she just had.
Not KO. The baby she just had is 1.
Girl, shut up.
I'm telling you. And I forgot because she has the same birthday as Amina.
What the heck?
On the 15th of August. Another Leo.
What, girl?
Lay is a Leo. Renaya is a Leo. So Star got a Leo. Emerald got a Leo. Now Alima got a Leo. My mama had a Leo. I got my Leo.
Oh, y'all is just going Leo'd up.
Wait, what is today?
The 16th.
Okay, the 16th.
Who birthday now?
No, Clifton birthday is the 20th. Brandon birthday was the 12th. Mm-hmm. Well, Reese's birthday was the 10th. Jeffrey birthday is the 25th.
Of this month? What the heck?
But Jeffrey is
a busy
Jeffrey is a Virgo though. So he's the end of the month. But Clifton is a Leo, so I got two. Well, yeah. So Clifton is the 20th. So my brother, and then Jeffrey is my other brother, my brother in love. He is the 25th, and Reese was the 10th.
Ooh, August is a popping month, honey.
Yep. So, both of them was born in August. That means Reese was born at the beginning of August, and Jeffrey was born at the end. My father's birthday is the 27th of August.
August is a popping month, honey.
Mm-hmm. And then
Mary.
Well, Mary's birthday
The 12th.
was just the 12th. So Mary got the same exact birthday as Brandon.
Wow.
His birthday is the 12th.
Oh yeah, August is a very popping month.
Hello, good morning, Facebook user. Good morning to you.
The birds are chirping. Ooh, 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 ooh. Good morning to you.
Yes.
Oh my God, child.
For those of you who have been wondering, how do I tie my hair up so well? And
I'm gonna be on with
4 minutes or less. Well, I normally do it in 2 minutes, but I did it in 4 minutes or less. Check out my TikTok at Love Grows Everything. The Healing app. Go find me on TikTok, and I have a video. Oh no, it's not up yet. I'm sorry.
What?
My TikTok video.
You did.
I put it together to put up. And then I was running late for the show, so I got it in my draft.
Make
so
sure you follow her,
please, on TikTok.
Hit that follow button. Subscribe to her.
Oh, that's
channel.
Nancy.
Good morning, boo.
Good morning.
Oh yeah,
to you.
The birds are chirping. Ooh, 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 ooh. Good morning to you. She is busting out laughing right about now. She is.
I'm telling you. That is my favorite ever. If you don't know what Good Morning to You, what brings us so much joy, is because one of my favorite videos of my children when they were young and my niece was them dancing to that song right there. I don't know. I don't know. That might have been back when they was looking at what app was that? That definitely wasn't none of these new apps. It was what is the name of that app they be on all the time? Snapchat. They was on the Snapchat app, and they sent me that video. Honey, I fell in love. And my favorite part was Ray Vaughn. Ray Vaughn was like 4 years old, and he didn't have none of his front teeth was going at that time. You remember? And he was about so little. And when all of them was behind him, they was all so little, and they was like, "Good morning to you." And then when they started doing that. Ray Vaughn little self did that move, and I was like, boy, that's when I knew he could move, honey. Them women better watch out. Because he moved like he knew how to move. Like, I mean, move. He was like, good morning. With it too. That's why I be like, he got that from his Magba. I don't know where mommy is this morning. But that's that. To this day, when we got married, Jeffrey, because how old was Jeffrey when we got married? Jeffrey was a teenager. Everybody was little when we got married. That was what? 20 years that we are celebrating. We just celebrated the 20-year anniversary of the wedding. So that's perfect because everybody was in the wedding. That means Jeffrey at that time, that was July. His birthday is in August. And Jeffrey is, I believe, 35 right now or turning 35. If he ain't 35, he either turning 35 or turning 36. That was 20 years ago. So he was either 13. He was either 15 or 16 during the wedding. And he would be like, your mama. When she be dancing, she would dance for, she had a little outfit, and she be, you know how my mama do, that old sex appeal thing. I said, boy, Jeffrey used to have me cracking up to my, ooh, why Mama Faye be dancing like that? I'm like,
she be into it.
Jeffrey, don't pay her notice. But she be. So when I saw the way Ray Vaughn hit that thing,
oh yeah,
boy, he got his grandma vibe. I swear.
Yeah, he got it in him.
But yes, love the red. Thank you, girl. I'm about to launch my fall collection, and so I have some I choose me that are not bling, that I'm gonna be able to make in different outfits, like little sets, red sets, black sets, white sets. So yeah, so thank you.
Yes,
And I'm
ain't
wearing it.
popping.
I'm wearing it today to get the perspectives and opinions because I am the visionary. I always got it. I see the transfers. I make the transfers, then I create the looks. So, and of course, since I subscribe and prescribe to myself first before I be like, hello, get a dose of I choose me. I gotta take it. I gotta take it first before I give it to y'all. I like to wear it so I can see how people react to it, so I don't waste my time or my money, honey. So since you like it on this, I like that, so I can do some cute white tops.
Oh yeah, you know that red.
If I do white sets too, like white sweatsuits with that red on it, or the black on it, or the thing. I got red, black right now. I got red, black, white. So imagine being in a black set with the white on it. It's gonna be so cute. So shout out to opening up new doors with it. So it's always gonna be I Choose Me Bling Boutique, making your shine crystal clear, staying lit in this world. Why? Because when you wear I Choose Me, you're really wearing yourself. So that's the idea. So brand been out since. No, I've been live from the brand, right? I had my logo since 2016.
And she ain't new to this, she true to this.
I mean it from my soul.
Since 2016, but the vision and everything been in her soul forever.
Way before then. It just took me a while to get somebody to create my logo the way I wanted it, and I didn't want to put it out because I didn't want nobody to steal. People stealing your stuff, y'all. So just so you know, that R is real. It is trademark. So you can only go through me.
Don't play yourself.
So I definitely had a vision. And so for those of you that know that when I was young, I used to model Moshood. Moshood is the African designer in New York City. And I used to be a live mannequin in his window. And the first time I put my brand on clothes when I didn't see the vision of the line yet, I was at Elisa Nichols conference, and I just was doing my movement, and I was so excited about I Choose Me. I was going live every Tuesdays at 9 p.m. because that's the time when I put the kids down, and I'm sure you got your breathing time. So it was always at 9 p.m. every Tuesday night, and it was about, making you forget about your roles and titles and remember that you are enough, that you are worthy, that your dreams matter, that, we have to continue to serve ourselves in order to serve other people. So for so long, I have been doing different, sessions and group events and, different stuff in my living room years. And then about 2016, it was like, okay, I'm ready to actually go live with it. So that's when I launched live on Facebook and on the phone. Remember, I was on the phone. I was right here. I was right there in front of that wall. We taped up my thing for a backdrop. I came here because I have 5 kids, and back then they were louder, right? This is how many years? This is 7 years later. So 7 years ago, my oldest is now 22. So minus 7 from her. And then 18, 17, 15, the twins are 13, so minus 7. That's how loud my house was. It is getting so much quieter now that they're getting older that I be feeling like I'm at your house now sometimes. JB came over to get her hair done yesterday. I put the singling back in her hair. The soft locks back in her hair. And she was like, where's everybody at? They're not here because at first it was 11 o'clock, 11:30 when we doing her hair. But my whole house, yes, we all night out. We're not early birds at all. Yeah. So so I was like, no, everybody's here. Everybody sleeps. She's like, I cannot believe it's so quiet. Back in the day, people will always call our house, and the first thing they would say is, where y'all at? And I'd be like, let me tell y'all something. Stop doing it. Y'all know I'm home. We in the circus now. We got 5 kids and they loud as heck. So, but now that they're all getting older and everything is just so much more calmer, and it's just it's even more fun. It gets even more fun. I'm gonna tell you as a parent, enjoy every single stage because it goes by so fast. And then when I like just going on to this memory lane just now is just because of that video. that video from years ago. They took me on this whole little rabbit hole of just sitting down and being like, my God, that is success, right? It leads back to, success is family. Success is memory. Success is dreaming and making them a reality. So every time I choose me, it's like I'm walking in my dream, right? I saw it, I wanted it. And so like I was saying, the first time I went to that Lisa Nichols conference, it was my first conference ever. And I'm in there and I just put my stuff on everything just so people could ask me, what does I choose me? And they could join my group and my mission and my movement. And instead, everybody wanted to wear what I had on. And so I was like, you want to wear? I'm thinking it's just me representing the brand. I am my brand. And then people were like, no, can I order that? And I'm like, you want to wear this? So in that moment and the way people were responding, like, I'm talking about the head people that was running it. Were like, when I would walk in the room, they would start like bow, like doing like that. And I was like, and I was taken aback because it wasn't even my intention when I wore it. I wore it just for them to know
and it's the way
about my words and my group. Yeah.
You is a vibe. So it's
when,
like, yeah.
When they was responding like that, I'm like, wait a minute, I think I have something here. I just didn't want nobody to steal my movement. Right. So I knew I needed a logo, I needed a branding. I knew all of that in my head. Because I came up under Dr. Johnny Ray Youngblood Bishop, to be exact. Hey Jacob, good morning to you. Jacob. Yeah, that's why I gotta get here because we are long-winded. I am. Sorry. Not Kia. More so me. I'm long-winded. Hey y'all. Hey, good morning.
You said some good stuff, though. I love it.
You love it?
You see
good
me,
morning to you, the bird. That's what I'm saying, Cornelia.
What she said. Correct.
But seriously, it just like, so which leads me to how are you feeling about your third quarter, right? This is the third quarter of 2023 right now. We're dead in the middle of third quarter because today is the 16th of August, and September is going to end out, and then October, November, December going to be the last 3 months. But like, how are you feeling about your third quarter? What plans did you have in the first quarter? And what do you have to set in motion to actually complete the task that you had, the vision you had at the beginning of the year, right? And so what does that look like? So I was just thinking, like, I have created so much more visions in the year than I had at the beginning of the year because I was all into the subscriptions and prescriptions and the very start of it. And I put all that down and I wrote a lot of programs down. So I did that part. And then in the second part, I think I realized that I was going into my Sabbath year with the 7 because I was having a problem in resting and being enough. I'm over here like, what could I be doing? What should I be doing? And it's like, no, rest in everything you accomplish, right? So I had to sit and be like, okay, I have this. I wrote this many books. The kids are all doing great in school. My husband is happy with me. Like, we're happy with each other. Check. Daughter, one graduated and moved in on her own and is very successful right now. Check. I mean, in all areas, she is successful. Relationship, love, finances, friendships, like, check. Peace, right? So then we have the dreams going on, right? And just still being able to. I finished my book. What the F is your mustard seed?
Come on now.
Girl, thank you. I forgot I did that this year.
You completed your book.
That's my problem right there. That's why I be stuck with. I did. I completed this year. So that was a huge project.
Again, that was a huge project.
This was a huge project.
Yes.
So amazing. Like Jacob said, it's time for me to start that tour. I'm feeling ready, but I got to get I know that when I come back from Sarah Jakes 2023 Women Evolve Conference, like this is her first one since Bishop, her dad, sent her to pass her the baton, and so it's going to be at the baseball stadium. And right now they're doing a fast. I got to join. I haven't joined yet. on the fast. I just saw it on Friday, and
it's something you join like
just in mentally, like being ready to fast. I just saw that they doing a 40-day fast to get themselves ready for the anointing that's about to hit in that space and in that building. And so I'm super excited for that. So I know that. And oh, good God Almighty! I say September is ending the third quarter, so we're gonna go into the fourth quarter. And I got, the programs, visions. We launched in Marriage University, all these different things that we have set up to do. So going to that conference is going to be so amazing. And the conference is from September 14, 15, the 15, 16, 14, 15, 16. Okay. So it's a 3-day conference. 14, 15, and they're putting us back into, like I said, back into that middle where we almost ending out the third quarter. So I'm going to be able to get all 14, that 15, in 16, before I go into my fourth quarter. So I think, and shout out, my mom was supposed to be going and something came up, but nothing just comes up. God is so intentional. So me and my big sis is going to be able to go together. And we have never done anything like that together. So this will be a good, fresh, new experience. I'm going to have to make her some I Choose Me shirts. Honey. I'm going to be making some I Choose Me Women Evolve 2023. I'm going to have some of those, some of that on. Oh, yeah. So I think I'm going to do a duster that has it on. So no matter what I wear, so I'll probably just put one on a duster so that no matter what I wear, I'm representing I Choose Me with the idea of Woman Evolve. So I love what it represents. It is everything that my mission is all about. Loving yourself from right where you are, accepting what it costs for you to be who you are, making that little boy or girl proud. So right now we're talking about the woman. And I think that once the woman begins to heal, the world heals, right? And so once we heal, we set boundaries. We set real loyalty with one another. We set the precedents for the men, right? And so that's why one of my logos and my missions for the fall, you saw the sign that says, I choose me, forget Barbie. That's what I want us to be on in this, going into this new season for the new beginning in 2024. I want us to rest in being enough. And since it's my Sabbath year and I'm the healing, spiritual growth and soul development teacher, preacher, doctor, right? Because I operate on your mindset because I had to get my mindset operated on, right? And so this is what ministry is all about, ministering to one another through our pain that we turn into power, right? And so that's the hour that we're in. We're into the healing. And so this is healing time. It's healing time.
It's I choose me time. Yes. That part, idolizing other things, other people is not, choose you. Yeah. Like, it's time to get into your healing. It's time to get into yourself. Like, who else better than you? Like, who else should you focus on and represent than you? You becoming the best you that you can be, who God created you to be.
That part.
It's like, oh my God, girl, that thing right there.
And because I want to do the fast and I'm waiting for the refill, I'm actually gonna bring, and then it's cooling down by September. So I'm gonna launch where I'm back at the Sabbaths. On at 7 p.m. So the sun is going down. Now it's going to be cool. It's so hot these days. It's hard to even do my outside ministry that I envision right now for this season, for this Sabbath. So with that being said, and since I have my goal to end in this quarter, being able to go to the conference and get all that stuff poured into me so that I could come back and serve and carry that flow with what I already had, and just the touching and agreeing of a bunch of like-minded individuals who are releasing and loving, so that I can begin to, heal people's wounds and heal people's wounds and heal people's minds and souls at another level. So so I believe that what I will do is starting in October, the first Sabbath of October, meaning the first Saturday in October, is where I'll be back in location at the Bear Week thing. So I'm going to put a little flyer up. So I'm going to take this time and get all this good stuff. And God intentionally got me a ticket so that I can get what I need to make sure that I end this last quarter with intentionality, no worry, no doubt, the right right? Because he makes everything, come, right? He makes everything available to you.
Absolutely.
So when you get your F together,
get them goals accomplished one by one.
Yeah. So what is your goals for the end of this quarter? What plans do you guys have? What are you?
I know Jacob has some good monumental stuff going on.
Oh, if Jacob is still on.
Jacob, if you still on, I seen you had some monumental stuff going on. I can't remember what it was.
But you were scrolling?
Yeah, it had, you know how like if you be on Facebook, certain stuff come up. You don't see everything, but I know I see something. I was like, okay, I said congratulations. But yeah, so I'm just like, oh my goodness.
It's so much. So I hope that you guys really think about what you got going on and what you're doing. We could have definitely do what's the name here too.
Oh TikTok. Yeah, what's her name was it was Wednesday. We were supposed to where is Dr. Lynette. Hey Stephanie.
Hey Stephanie, how are you? But yes, so that is that is the goal, is deciding what exactly you have planned for the ending of the year. Like, what goals do you have set to make sure that you complete the tasks or the visions that you had before the year started?
Are you on track in your third quarter to where you're supposed to be, to end your fourth quarter the way that you wanted to end? Or are you a little behind? Or are you like, once you plan it out each quarter?
Yeah. And remember, your vision is nothing more than a mustard seed, right? And if you had the opportunity or the privilege of reading what the F is, your mustard seed, faith or fear, you know that a mustard seed grows in 90 days, which is a season, right? And so a quarter is a season. So we are ending out the third quarter. We're in the middle of the third quarter, and we're going into our last quarter, which is another 90 days, right? Where habits are formed and dreams are met. So the question is, what are your plans? What steps do you have? What dream do you have so that you can plant it, so that you can affirm it with your work and worth ethic, right? Because once you plant the seed, you got to nurture it. So if the mustard seed is, okay, something simple like me, I want to launch my fall collection by the end of the year, right? If that's what I want to do, then the job is to then write the vision and make it plain. So make steps, make it plain. So the steps can be, okay, order the designs I want, right? And then once I order the designs I want, now it's like create them. Now after I create them, sell them, market, whatever it is that you have to do, right? To now sell the items that you want or that you are using or that you're making. So it's just really create real steps to whatever the idea or whatever the dream that you want to accomplish is. Take that. Let me see.
Okay. Let me see what Miss Stephanie is saying. She says, I want to make money in my notary business. I am working on marketing and next week going to visit businesses to introduce myself. Yes. That notary business is great business, especially like when you start doing it with loans and stuff like that, with the mortgages, with people closing on loans and all of that stuff. So yeah, that's why I'm like, the marketing is definitely that piece. And of course, Stephanie, that networking is everything, right? Just letting people know, hey, this is what I can offer. This is how I can help. I'm a notary, so definitely visiting businesses, letting them know what you have, how you can help them with what you have, and just let it be known and introducing yourself to everybody, right? So yeah, that marketing piece is like everything. So yeah, so you have your notary, so setting out the goals for how your end of your year gonna,
and that's right,
your fourth quarter, right? It's gonna end. So come on now,
keep the conversation.
If that's what you're saying. If that's what you're saying you want to do, then definitely making them plans and putting them steps together to just make it happen. And like you saying, putting in the work. I mean, that's the most important. It's like we come up with stuff and then it's like, okay, I see myself making money in this. And then it's like, okay, now you got to do that work to make sure that you're making the money, because only you can make sure it's the action steps, the daily methods of operation, right? Your DMOs that's gonna make sure you get to that money. Because, baby, let me tell you, I was doing the credit business, but now, I kind of stopped doing it a little bit. Business is slow. So it's like you'll get some people here and there, but that's what they say. You got to have several streams of income, right? So when stuff is not popping, then you have something else that's popping. What you say, Stephanie? Yes, girl. Your hashtag is do the work. I know that's right, honey. Yeah, I know. My hashtag is hashtag do the work, Steph, right? That's you telling yourself all the time, that reminder, you got to do the work. I love it. And that's what? Keeping yourself accountable. Because we always got to keep our own self accountable. Because other people could keep you accountable, but when you get focused and you could keep your own self accountable, Lord have mercy. We rolling and we doing some stuff now. So it's like you ain't, you don't got to have everybody telling you what to do. And girl, did you do this? You like, get on it yourself. Do the work, Steph, right? So you be hard on your darn self just to make sure you meet your goals. Like, at the end of each quarter. Like you said, break your goal up into quarters. First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. So, I mean, I know that's right, honey. She like, Stephanie is like, my bank account is keeping me accountable, okay? Come on, what we doing it for? We got bills to pay. Let's be real. We got bills to pay, and this is something of interest to us, right? But it got to go hand in hand. I want to keep the interest, but I got to be making some money because bills ain't paying themselves, right? So come on. You got to have some form of accountability. Because if you don't see money coming in that bank account, we like, okay, what we doing, what we need to stop doing, start doing, right? Come on, Stephanie, you better let them know. Reoccurring bills at that. We ain't talking about one-time bills. Monthly reoccurring bills. And if you're a business owner, we all know we got business reoccurring bills, right? Subscriptions and prescriptions. Come on now. Stephanie, you got me laughing, girl, because, honey, I know. Honey, adulting is hard. I was just telling my son the other day, I was like, child, he want an earring in his ear. He want a tattoo. He only 15. I'm like, boy, honey, you got your whole life to be a grown adult. But while you a minor and a child and I get to make decisions for you, no. Stop trying to be a grown adult so fast. Like, enjoy being a child, because, honey, adulting is hard. It is no joke, okay? Don't let social media fool you, okay? I'm telling you, it's no joke. You got to really have it together, man. You got to have it together. She said business bills, girl. I said that is ridiculous. We even talking about monthly household bills. Now we adding in business bills, right? Because like I said, subscriptions, prescriptions. You got their email marketing, you got Canva Pro, you got all this other stuff to, keep, you got marketing bills, you got ads, you got, honey, it's a lot to keep your business going. Not only you, but I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. But we doing it, we could do it, and we just gotta stay keeping ourselves accountable to keep it up, right? Because we gotta keep the money coming in. And that's why a lot of people do stop businesses, because the money stopped coming in. But if you're passionate about something and you're really on a mission, you don't stop doing it because it serves a purpose for somebody else. So we just got to get creative and keep the stamina, right? And then have that self-care about ourselves to keep ourselves going, right? Because like Precious is saying, what the F is your mustard seed? You started it for a reason. We started businesses for a reason, right? And we set out quarterly goals for a reason and end goals, but we putting them in bite-sized pieces, meaning quarterly milestones, if you will, right? So we just got to keep that faith. We got to say, what the F am I choosing in this moment, right? Faith after insight to hire yourself, to keep going, to keep yourself accountable, to not stop, right? So that fear she's talking about, forget escaping. We always be like, I can't do this. It's too hard. What was I thinking? We're going to forget escaping and what? And rise. So that's the new fear she's talking about, right? We're going to forget escaping and we're going to rise up to the occasion. Because what? We got this. Come on now. We're going to get them goals completed and accomplished. What you saying, Stephanie? It is money. It is money. It is very pricey. She says, I'm trying not to go back to a 9-to-5. Girl, you preaching to the choir, okay? Every day my husband is like, what you doing? Thinking. Pinky and just thinking. He said, oh, but you ain't calling me today. What you been thinking about all day? I've been busy. I'm busy doing what? Thinking. Right? Because we don't want to go back to the 9-to-5. But, it's like there's so much money out here to be made. But at the end of the day, you got to set goals. You got to put in the work. And marketing is pivotal, right? Yeah. Because that's the major thing about your business. Yeah. And like you said, them reoccurring bills. Sometimes you ain't making money, right? And the money ain't coming in, but you don't want to let go of what you're doing. And it's like, I know this can work. You know it can work. But now what do I need to start doing? What do I need to stop doing? Okay, insanity is it ain't working. So I got to stop doing that. But what do I need to start doing, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, girl, yes. Wait, Stephanie got me laughing, honey. I know she in there cracking up. Stephanie's like, he gonna be like, do you get paid to think? Girl, you sound like him. My brain hurt right now. And it's like, what are you thinking about? Sometimes I be just stuck. My mind is just stuck.
So you definitely get paid to think. The question is it an investment or is it automatic? See, some thoughts are an investment. Yeah. When you invest in the thought, meaning do the action steps in order to create the product, then you understand. We are definitely getting paid to think.
Honey.
They don't see it like that, though, but it's true. It is true.
I'm telling you, it's crazy, girl.
But yeah, them bills be billing.
Them bills be reoccurring. So that money got to be reoccurring.
But then you have to ask yourself, and that's why I said with people who have had a job before, the thing is, the hardest part for me is not being as structured, right? Because I'm just like, I have dream ADD, so I just be all over the place, and so I think that having a job,
and you know what it is, your brain don't think. Your brain is so. I thought about that the other day.
You think about my brain the other day? Ooh.
I thought about the brain the other day. I thought about Precious. I really thought about how Precious thinks and how she's
how she thought about your brain the other day
as an entrepreneur, because I'm sitting in the house and I'm saying, "Girl, you go get you a job, girl. I can't do this. I ain't built." maybe I ain't built that. I just need something to do. And then I'm saying, what would Precious think? Why Precious think the way she thinks? She is such an entrepreneurial brain. She don't ever think about working for somebody. And it's like since she was young, she did her own thing. So, but
I think that's probably why
thinking in my head about
me.
So I'm saying to myself, how the hell she think the way she thinks? I said, but you know what? Because she's never worked like somebody's work. Yeah. So if you used to that, your brain gonna automatically go back to that because that's what you know. Yeah. You know entrepreneurship forever. Being in New York, I was in the temp agency in Manhattan, worked it. You was
doing
in
here.
New York, doing here on Fulton Street, and the window. You've always been in the entrepreneurial setting around entrepreneurial people.
Yeah.
And so it's like,
and that's why I said it's in your CNA. You just have to be around those people for it to rub off on you. Like, so your structure has to rub off on me because I'm just so free spirited, right? I'm in the. You see what I'm saying?
Girl, you ain't got to do that. You can make money doing this, and I'm sitting here like, okay.
Can I? What's she talking about?
Okay.
I'm always. I can see everything.
Yeah, and it's like, girl, okay, you gonna be doing this, making such and such an hour for them. When you if you could do it for them, why you just can't go on the corner and just stand out there for 2 or 3 hours and see maybe $15 an hour, see how much money you can make. Put this T-shirt in your hand and just stand on that corner. Let's see if we can at least make $15 in an hour, and we're gonna see.
We're gonna see.
So it's like,
it's so true, Kia. Because you know what I be thinking about though.
She like,
Wait, what did Stephanie say? Stephanie
said, on the roll, honey.
She said, I'm using what's in my hands. I pay money for so many courses. I need an RO, return on your investment, honey. Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do. And that's another thing, right? That's like, right, if you're investing in stuff, you're going to have to kind of turn it into, you're going to have to apply those steps. That's why I say they say knowledge is power, but I say applied knowledge is transformation. Yeah. Until you apply what you learn, it's like it don't even matter what you know, right? Until you apply self-love, it don't matter that you think you love yourself. I can tell by your company. I can tell by how hard you are on yourself. I can tell. You can see that. So it's like if you apply certain principles, I know if you're imposter syndrome or if it is really who you are, because it doesn't matter what it is, it's going to reflect through. Like, even like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So even saying like that, me learning is definitely the church I went to, right? Because I went to St. Paul's and it was all Black power, and it was like independent, and it was so many entrepreneurs, like, right? So I'm a 12-year-old with locks, and there were women in there who was making lock jewelry, and Carol's daughter, Carol's daughter was in my church. Before she was in all of those before she made it on Oprah's stage, she was a member of my church. And guess what my pastor did? My pastor taught that you are to be business people, and you are to have homes and all these different things that you should be teaching if you're going to be ministering to people. And so he would eagerly, like when I first wrote my first book in 2007, this one, Precious Thoughts on the Soul, I went there first. He single-handedly bought 500 books to give away because I was a child of the church and I had served in poetry. I would Sunday after Sunday, youth Sunday, anytime they had an event, I was willing to serve in my gift. And then when I did something with my gifts and came back, they supported because they remember when you supported them, when you was figuring it out, right? And so I learned to different stories in the Bibles because of how he preached and how we always had plays and dancing, and it described the Bible. So now I'm a kid who are writing poems that describes the Bible. Yes,
but you're
being in action.
You being in action with what's going on, and you're participating. So you're not just like I just came.
You just came.
I came, but
I
wasn't in no
ministries.
I wasn't in no
Yeah.
Or I just came. Like, okay,
yeah.
you was actually a participant
in ministry
in the church.
In
so
the church,
it was like with all the things going on. I'm like, what y'all having today? Oh, okay, we walking around the thing. What's going on?
Right, we walking around.
Like, what we doing? Oh, they having a play. Okay, I'm gonna come that Sunday.
Yeah.
So it was So I wasn't engulfed in that like you was.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you like everybody's like, you gotta get a job. So it's like nobody's like, be a boss, do this.
And let me be clear. My mom always worked, right? She always had a job. It wasn't until the latter years where she started massaging and stuff, but the whole life I knew she had a 9 to 5, and everybody around me had a 9 to 5. And so that's why I said, if you know who you are and you tap into that and you get into the room with like-minded people, it will inspire you. Because even though I saw people working around me, my job, my passion, or what I was built to do, was on an entrepreneur level, which is probably why I tapped into that early. But God planted me in a place where, even though the people that I was attached to were working people, the people that I was around, the community, let me see different facets of people. And that's why it's so important to keep your eyes open and be drawn into what you're drawn into. So if you're not drawn into being an entrepreneur or whatever that case may be, then it's okay. Just make sure you're somewhere that serves your soul, so that you bring joy home and not conflict home, right? So that you're not anxious and disgusted, and the kids have to deal with you because you didn't like where you were going. So why? So
aggravated all the time.
So why I preach and teach, entrepreneurship, because I think that you cannot pass your job down. That's a fact, right? It's just true. You cannot do that. And so if you want to equip them for legacy building, then you have to have things that you can pass down. Don't tell them to fly, show them how to fly. And I think that's a lot of things that were lost. So because you get to see people flying the way you want to fly, then you tap your thing to them. And so because I got outside of my box and I tapped into my gift and I chose to face my fear. You know how scary it is for a 13, 14, 15-year-old little kid speaking in front of a congregation that could, on an average Sunday, have thousands of people right before you. It's scary, but I had to face my fears because I had tapped into my gift. And the reaction of the people who let me know that it was bigger than me, that it was my thing. And since I, know God like that and was in a relationship, even at a young age, it was like, I like the way that made my feel. So like I say, I always bring up, even though I was going through that suffering in silence, being molested, and at some point we was homeless, and all of these different things that was going on at that very time that I was creating most of the poems that's in my first book, right? And so it always showed me that I know to this day that the reason why I am so blessed, I wouldn't say in spite, I now say because of my story, is the relationship I have with God and me knowing my gift. Because then it makes you know that you have value. If you're stuck in the things that is hurting you instead of the things that are making you great, you can easily misunderstand your worthiness. So then he put me in position. So because I was speaking and I put myself out there, people would come to me. I did the Essence magazine at 16, right? The Girl with Locks. So I was in the Essence magazine. I was a live model for Moshe, who was a major. His brand was on Living Single, a lot of major TV shows, and I was modeling his stuff. And so when I started my own line and I wore it and people reacted, that gave me that feeling
like that to see the possibility of what you can do. And, things you can be doing. And if you just follow your vision, or if you have the vision, you can do it. Like it's possible. Right? So that's
And I think that was the hard part. Understanding is really understanding that it is that process. It's really understanding that you gotta go through in order to grow. You really do. And you gotta pay attention to everything that God is showing you while you're processing. So I am the 43-year-old you guys see today because of me looking back with a fine tooth comb of all the things. So like I said, that was when I was a little girl. I went to the Lisa Nichols conference when I was about 30, 8. Right? So you're talking about the 38-year-old feeling what it felt like for the 18-year-old girl to walk in the most shoes. So the feelings never change. That's the reminder. So when I went to the conference, although I was just thinking I'm going to tell people who I am so they can follow my movement, when they reacted, I remember how I felt when I walked in with Mo Shoot on. Everybody just was like, wow, da-da-da-da, because I knew they were a brand. So I understood the value because it was a very expensive brand too. When you wore my Mo Shoot, it wasn't cheap. They were hand designed. When you wear I Choose Me, it ain't cheap. Honey, it's a brand. Yeah, I couldn't afford it, but because I was the model at the time when I would come out, I'd be like, oh, I love that. Wear that, because he knew I would be walking advertisement. And so with that being said, the way people reacted to me in the brand, and I was proud of what it represented when I wore it, so it was no problem to say, oh, yeah, this Mo Shoe, right? It was an energy, it was an attitude. And that's what I felt. You felt proud to say was wearing Mo Shoe because of who he was and what he represented. Yep. You know? So it's a difference. Yeah. And so it's just like, that's why I'm like, I Choose Me brand is just phenomenal. It's like a full circle moment. It's like so phenomenal because it's like just the words of it. I Choose Me is like, That's so it's like, you saying something. You saying something, aren't we? Oh, Stephanie says. The structure, a set time for clocking in, clocking out, lunchtime, vacation time. I am going to work on this notary career. It is structure, right? You have a time to come in. You gotta take a break, 15-minute break. You gotta go to lunch. You got a 15-minute break. Then you're clocking out. So it's like you're in luck. Because guess what I have? The I Hire Myself program, right? And the I Hire Myself program is clocking into you for 40 hours a week, as if you would for anybody else, to create a momentum for 30 days. So I did that in my when I wrote my book. I did it. I activated every time I have a project that I'm trying to get out, right? And so it just means that the same way you clock into everybody else, you choose to clock into you. So I did the math. And so we get, I believe, 720 hours a month. 40 hours a week for 4 weeks is 160. 40, 80 is 160. So 160 hours of the 720, and you notice the 720 hours will make the 9. That's God's grace, right? That's that mission work. 9 is soul's purpose, mission, right? So you got 9 technically, right? So it's 720, them hours. So when I say you clock into you, you decide to take 40 of those hours, 160 of the 720 hours to actually serve your bottom line. So you have to pick it. So whether it is writing a book, I did it when I had to write a book. Whether it is, and when people did the program with me, it was different stuff. So whether it was to increase your intimacy with your partner, then you had to hire yourself for 40 hours to do that. And I broke it down with 6 hours a day. If you want to work 6 days out the week, if you want to take the weekend off, then just do those hours. So for my 6 hours a day, I would do, because I'm already stay at home, I would do 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours. I would do my 6 hours straight, but I would break it up like 2 hours I'm updating my website, 2 hours I'm writing out my program, 2 hours I'm making clothes or jewelry, depending on what I'm doing in my thing. So I had to break it down like that when my goal was to make money, right? DMO, Daily Methods of Operation for Income Producing Activities, IPAs. That's how you free yourself up. So the cost of freedom is your time, because time equals money. So most of this stuff you already paid for. You already have spent your time learning, as you said. All those programs means it's already been paid for. That's that line. So Stephanie, when you hear it's already been paid for, the cost is already done, right? So now what you have to do is set it in motion. Now you have to write the vision and make it plain. So if that means to clock it into you means that you're going to sit down for 2 hours a day and do flyers and write out on each flyer, right? And then 2 hours later, you're gonna set it in your timer, right? To have it where it goes out, right? Because you're clocking into your business for the 30 days. So if it's notary, I'm sure you got notary flyers. That means that for an hour every day, you sit down and decide, okay, I want to do 3 videos. I want to do 1 video that I'm gonna upload on all of my pages. That may take me, depending on how comfortable you are with taping yourself or going live. Me, I'm better live. When I had to tape myself, I got to do like 10 takes. It's something about that. If I go live and just talk, I can talk and go. But when the camera, when I'm on a timer, I'm not good on a timer. So my thing is to get
as you can see,
good on the
timer.
timer.
Be good on the time. I got 5 minutes to talk. Oh, girl, honey. How much time? I'm 20 minutes.
Yeah, you got to buzz me out because it's coming in like a flood. So I got something to say and something to say and something to say. So really, I think that that's all you need to do. I need that program. I'm going to work on it. That's it, baby. And I'm gonna send you the link to the Boo page. But yeah, all you gotta do is decide. I'm actually writing it out so there's actually be like the worksheet and stuff.
Yeah, like a worksheet.
Because you got to go into a contract with yourself, right? And so it's going to be like a digital, but you have to go into a contract. You have to sign up. And then you're going to have to, at the end of the 30 days, you have to decide if you want to hire yourself for another 30 days to keep the momentum going, or if there's something new you want to form as a habit. Because you imagine if every month you assigned yourself to one task, at the end of 365 days, you would have had 12 tasks accomplished. If you wanted to write a book, and you decided that for 15 minutes a day, I'm going to write as much as I could write. In 15 minutes, you can probably write 2 pages. So at the end of 30 days, come on now. So some people have to work part-time because you have a job. So you have a job, then clock into yourself part-time. So do 80 hours. But in those 80 hours, meaning 20 hours per week, you should know what time you're going to do what it is you're going to do, and commit to that and sign off on it every single day so that you say, I clocked into me. I did this task for the day, and have it written and do it. So when you put your alarm, like you go into them, right? So if you can be hired by somebody else and wake up when you don't want to wake up, go to work when you don't want to go to work, take your lunch, miss your lunch break because they need you. What are you willing to do for you? And so until you can hire yourself to give the momentum that you need in your life, Gucci open up every day because they have people in positions to come in. Don't matter if they sold $1 million yesterday. The store still opens up today. You know why? Because they created a momentum. They understand that once I get going, once that hamster wheel's going like this, I got it. The minute I stop, I got to pick up speed again. So keep it going and keep on hiring yourself every month and decide, do I want to do myself for 8 hours a week? Do I want to do myself for 40 hours a week? Do I want to do part-time 20 hours a week? And make sure you're clocking into the thing that you want, need, and desire, and then get back to me at the end of 30 days and tell me if your life ain't different.
What did you accomplish?
Tell me your life ain't different.
Exactly did you
so
accomplish?
I have written books. I mean, my children's book, I had to hire myself when I lost 25 pounds.
Oh, yeah,
in 21 days, I had to hire myself.
Yes, you can.
Let me tell you something. But I had to do the hard stuff.
Do the work of it.
I can have no sugar. I can have no sodas. I can only have water. I can even have honey. I had to have agave. No meats. Right? No starches, straight alkalines, fruits and vegetables for 21 days. And you talking about somebody who don't even like vegetables. The question is, are you going to commit to you in order to get what you say you want? Because God said faith is, I say, but God gave it to me. I'm just going to tell y'all. Faith is freedom after insight to hire. This is the insight. Now, will you hire yourself to complete the task? Now, that is up to you, because faith without works is dead. So if you don't get in action for your attraction, it doesn't matter what you want, because you don't get what you hope for. You get what you work for. Okay? So it's just telling ourselves that we got to work for the things that we want and desire. We are in the 3rd quarter of the year, and we are coming into a landing. And so if there are some things that you want to set in motion, it's not too late, because remember, a mustard seed can grow in 90 days. And you still have over 90 days before the year ends. So this is the middle of the third quarter, which means you can set your plan in motion. So by the time the fourth quarter hit, you are ready to go. So get all that extra stuff out your system. Get all that procrastination out. Get all of that doubt out. Get all of that don't out, and get into you. Get into what it is you want. Commit to just serving you for 30 days straight, and then let me see if your life don't look extremely different. So yes. The I Hire Myself program is coming. Somebody was just telling me that, oh, yes, that has to be packaged. So I already have it packaged and that. So now I'm literally having to go through the steps to put it together so it can be a digital download program where you could print it if you want, because I ain't doing all that. But I'm definitely going to put all of the steps that I took and the contracts and all of that, because that is the vision. And God has been so good with getting me right. And so I want to share everything he gives me that allows me to be proud of who I am and what I'm doing.
And it's like having results with it is like, yes.
Gotcha. I will have time scheduled starting next week, so don't fire myself.
So you won't fire. Darn some girl.
I have been a horrible self. Me too.
You gotta check yourself before you wreck yourself, honey.
And it's okay. Sometimes you want vacation.
As long as you know
sometimes you want vacation with yourself.
That part, honey.
Sometimes you want vacation with yourself.
You gotta just know what's going on and correct yourself.
That's it. So don't let this year go to waste. It's not over yet. Okay? And you know what's so funny? 2023, this is the year of the 7 too. No, I'm going to 7. This is the Sabbath year. So this is a year of resting and being enough. And 2024 will be the year to 8, which means new beginnings. So we want to end this quarter with being enough. So sitting down with what we've already got. Don't put no new projects on your plate. Figure out which one project you want to advance and get in action for your attraction by hiring yourself in that area. So the project, I have a couple of projects, but all of mine are in alignment, still under the umbrella. So they all kind of work with my ADD. Because, Hunty,
right.
Some days I'm doing here. Some days I'm making a shirt. Another day I'm speaking. Another day I'm helping somebody write a book. I don't know. It's always something. But let me tell you something. This first book was the start of it all. My first ever book I wrote in 2007. This was a self-published book. I was 27 years old when I created this first book of poetry. I only had 2 kids then. 2 kids then, right? And so, but I had to figure it out. I wanted a book. Amazon wasn't here back then. I didn't know. I went to the library. So this is published by the Library of Congress. I had to figure it out. So when I say I choose me, hashtag no more excuses, I mean it. Do not let your dreams die. That's why I am the soul doctor. The mind, wisdom, dream revitalizer. Do not die with that dream in you. I don't care what the hell you've been through. It is all that hell that gives you the responsibility of making sure you put out in this world what you paid for. And the things that you did is your cost. And so this is the return on the investment. So when you show up for those things, whatever that looks like, oh my God, God will always tap in and multiply what that is. So I'm just saying from experience, hire you today for this last quarter. What you found, boo? Change. Change gonna come. Ooh, oh, yes,
it is. It up to change.
Change your habits.
Change.
Become a better employee to yourself. I am. I like that. I said, I have to become a better employee to myself.
We are
a change agent.
Employee of ourselves. So change.
That's the word for the day. So we about to close out, y'all.
Y'all ready for this word? Change. Look, I tell you this secret. We will not all sleep in death, but we will all be changed. 1 Corinthians 15 and 51. He will take our weak mortal bodies and change them into glorious bodies like his own, using the same power with which he will bring everything under his control. Philippians 3:21. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever.
He is the only thing that doesn't change.
Come on now.
Because he is your change. But we're not going to go there. We kind of close out.
Woo! Hebrews 13:8.
Hebrews. That means he's marinating. Hebrews in you. Go ahead, boo.
The brew. It's the brew for me. Our faces then are not covered. We all show the Lord's glory, and we are being changed to be like him. This change in us brings ever greater glory, which comes from the Lord who is the Spirit. 2 Corinthians 3:18. Unchanging Lord, how intriguing that you created a world where nothing stays the same. Only you are perfect, so everything else must change. The color of the sky changes minute to minute, and even the hardest of rocks wear down with time. Perhaps most strikingly of all, I am never the same person upon rising as I was the day before. Let all my growth and change be toward becoming more like you, and help me not to be rattled by things that change around me, knowing that you remain the same. So the question is, how do you handle change? Wow. Now that was a word.
That's a word. And so right now, if you had goals for the beginning of the year, because we're asking, what are your goals to end out this year? We're in the third quarter of 2023, right? And so the question is, what can you change today to ensure that you accomplish the goals you set in motion at the beginning of the year? Or maybe you haven't. It is not too late. Remember, I said a mustard seed grows in 90 days. And so since we're in the middle of the third quarter, you have more than enough time to decide right now, what is it that I would like to implement and change and create with this last season, in this last season. And so renewing your mind daily means that now is always today. And remember, now means no other warrior. And so now is your time to decide what is it that I want to do in order to create the changes so that I can become whole, so that my dream can become whole, so that my vision can become whole, so that the desires of my heart can become whole, so that I can see it with the eye, right? And so the vision is the sight behind the eyes. But the reality is you taking that vision and getting an action for your attraction, because you know that if you don't do it, it doesn't get done. Somebody is relying on you. Let's not forget that. So what changes can you make today to make sure that you become who God called you to be before the end of this Sabbath year? This is the year of resting and being enough. So what changes have you already made that you should be celebrating in order to activate the new energy that is on it, right? And so that's what we're doing. And so I thought that was an amazing word. I thought this was an amazing hour. Glad we made it.
Done.
I like that 10 o'clock slot. Because we don't be wanting to get out the bed. Yeah, so
8:43.
I told you that was too early. 9 o'clock is too early for me. Kia is an early bird. I'm a late hour.
Up and out.
So Kia used to be up and down. That's why she had me on that time. Now she on my program. Now she be late too.
I be in these
I be calling Kia. I'm like, girl, she ain't got nowhere to go that early. So we gonna get y'all IM card so that we can get y'all out of here. Okay.
Hey,
hey, Mama. We was talking about you earlier. We'll have to see the replay. Yes, you definitely need to tune in. We die daily, born anew each day. Period. Period.
Born anew.
So you see that red popping? That's grandma's favorite color too.
I love, that's my color right here. That's that red.
Grandma's favorite color is think it might be on Cameron. No, on Cameron is royal blue, I think. Saquon is that blue. Some people know their favorite color. Some people don't. Okay. That red. You see the outfit? This is the new line that's coming out for the fall.
Honey,
yeah.
Y'all got to get ready now.
Yes, honey.
Y'all need some exclusivity on you, honey.
No, you said your red color is your favorite color is red too, just like grandma, huh? Yeah, I know. So, grandma like red. Mommy like red. Oh, you saying you like royal blue too? You
Which
you
one
like
is it, Arfay? Yes. Say the color, red or blue?
Yes, red or blue.
The royal blue?
I think it's the red. You saying the red? Grandma favorite color? You know y'all got the same name, so you know. Because Rondell is a junior to his daddy, big man. Red. Okay, you red with grandma, yep. So here we go. I am sufficient, I am exceptional, and I am resourceful. Wow. Those three things is what.
Oh my God.
Come on now.
When you hire yourself and you got all of that.
These are the things that impact change, is what I was about to say, but I'm trying to get it even for the picture. These three words definitely impact change, right? Feeling sufficient, right? So from right where I am, I have to accept myself. Understand that I'm exceptional, know that I can actually create whatever it is that I want, and being resourceful will mean that no weapons formed shall prosper, that I will continue to go, because when I cannot find a way always comes, because I'm resourceful.
Get resourceful.
Oh, she got it. Thank you, Nancy. I was hoping you were still there.
Yeah, she be taking that picture, honey.
She gets that picture. Oh, I cut off our hair. My bad. So, okay, here we go. So remember our I ams of change in order to implement the I hire myself for the ending of this year, to making sure that you go into your fourth quarter with the momentum you need. So whether you're going to hire yourself for a task, whether you're going to commit to bringing more intimacy in your relationship, whether you're committing to finding peace, that would mean you will be hiring yourself to meditate, to find ways to find joy, to not get caught up in the negative, but the positive, right? And so some people were hiring themselves at one point for laughter, right? Because laughter was missing, right? That's that joy. And so it was watch movies, speak to the people that always bring laughter to you, joy to you. So whatever it is that you need to fix, you are responsible for your own peace. Right? And so connect to the things that make you be and do and become the things that you want.
Hire yourself for the things
you
want.
I am resourceful, I am exceptional, and I am sufficient. Sufficient means I am enough. You were born enough. Born enough.
Sufficient.
That part. That part. So we're going to let you guys go. This has been an amazing, amazing Coffee and Conversations. I want to remind you that it is a relay race, and somebody is relying on you to turn your heartbeat into a soul beat in order to leave your soul print, because the fingerprint tells us what you got wrong in this world, but the soul print tells us what you got right. And what God got right is you. So remember, we don't compete. Oh, no, no, no. We complete. And the difference between those two words is an L, because L stands for love, and love grows everything. So remember, you can never turn on anybody else's light, but you can provide enough light for them to find their switch. So stay lit in this world so somebody can find their way out of the darkness. It is your responsibility. Remember, that means the ability of measurement in which you can respond. That is it. I forgot how I broke down responsibility. The ability of measurement in which you can respond. I had to break down each word. So the mind stands for measurement. Responsibility. Sorry. Anywho, Remember, you've been tuned into Coffee and Conversations. So don't forget to wake up and make today count. I choose me. Hashtag no more excuses because you were born enough. We'll see you guys back here on Friday. Around 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
10 o'clock works.
10 a.m. works for us. So see you at
10 a.m.
Have a great day. Thanks. Love you.
Love you guys.
Love you, Nancy. Love your back.